Yo! Yes, yo! Let us begin!
I'm your host, the Monster Masher 137. Welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Now, I don't know why I'm doing this again, but I'm doing it. So, in this episode, I'm actually going to be checking something out I saw. Now, if I remember correctly, there was something that happened, like, I never paid any close attention to it, and actually, I found out that if you do something, a certain thing, so I'm just gonna, like, properties. Okay, here we go. Okay, so characters. Now the trace back. Okay, so here we are. Something happened, and when Sayori is not here. Sayori is literally not here, and now I watched this in A Gamers React, and I know why. I now know why. Sayori is not here, so I did some looking into it, and found out that Sayori's file was literally deleted. So when it played that traceback thing, I'll throw it up now. It was literally telling you to check out this file. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm sorry, but an uncaught exception occurred. Well-running game code. Restart top context. Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this, I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Ahaha, well, here goes nothing. Now, I'm not actually going to delete any characters, but what would happen if I mean, I guess I'll just play for the last few minutes, because I don't understand this. Oh. Jeez, what the heck? I see an annoying girl running toward me from a distance. That girl is Azai Kao. Oh, hello. Oh, jeez. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. They really aren't any interest in me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Dapper? Monika? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Oh, yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most beautiful girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did... Oh, in that case... Sorry, excuse me. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Manga? I like that. Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Dapper, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor?
No!
I won't ask you to join, but if you could, at the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Dapper, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Oh, thank you. And thus, today marks the day I
Sold my soul to Monika and her irresistible smile.
I timidly follow Monika across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monika, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. Oh, a guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Oh no, the Monarch employee strikes again? Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Dapper. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. What? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Dapper in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. What? In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? I still like Yuri. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Dapper? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are... Yeah. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to find these two. These two? Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of tea... Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Yeah, we've seen this song in... Oh! Something just happened. It, like, jump cut strangely. So, Dapper, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering them. Manga... No, Calvin and Hobbes and Jurassic Park and Hobbit. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy. We all sit in silence for a moment. Usually it's, the last time it was, hold on. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable. And I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Oh. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. It is different. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Dapper?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that? Now that we have reached the most important topic... The most important topic... What? I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
I never said I would join this club! Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and,
I lose my train of thought. All three girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought...
Eh?
The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Dapper. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I'd feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay to spend every day of this beautiful...
Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club.
One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Dapper?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. She didn't say if you really just came for the cupcakes. Dapper, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Oh, thanks, I guess.
Give me a great time. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Dapper, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, I see you. I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set.
I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Can't wait. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special... Sure. What? I guess. Hi again, Dapper. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha!
No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What? Okay, I changed my mind. I think I'm not going for Yuri anymore. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dapper. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Make you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Ah! Stop! Please! Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Do you wish for Heavy to kill you?
Can you... Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Can you... Natsuki... Okay, bye.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Dapper. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Oh, wait. I didn't mean like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read.
And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this.
I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems in crap. I think she knows me. Wait, hold on. Did the title of the book change? No, it's still Portrait of Markov. What? Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood, but the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs. It's kind of... No, I'm not No, I'm not a fan of that sort of thing. Whoa, okay. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless then I didn't click. I literally... Then suddenly... Not again. Oh, what the What? Okay. I kind of forget to pay attention to the people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Oh, I missed it! Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Nope.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
What were you saying? Let me just get the book.
I quickly retrieved the book that I'd put into my bag.
Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's... Oh, frig, what? Yuri takes her left arm. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready?
Hey?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I got a little bit distracted for a second.
I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you, but it's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks.
We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page, instead of just assuming. We continue the first chapter in silence, even so turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Wait. Well...
Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never. We didn't even get that. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some... Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom.
Nah, it's probably nothing.
What on earth was that about? Dapper? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. What the hell did I do to her? Nothing. No, nothing. Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Hey? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd just start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Stupid! Stupid! Stupid!
Alright, well, I decided not to close up the episode right off. I changed my mind because it was pretty short, so I decided to start recording on a different day and open the game up, and this happened. And so Sayori is right there, though. Okay, maybe try... I don't like this. Okay. Okay! Show it to Monika. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Dapper. Having a good time so far? Yeah. No, I'm not, though. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening, and I'm not going to do any more skipping, because I always miss out on something. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, Dapper. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Dapper. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. I know. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Oh, no, if you did mean it like it's a bad thing, it's good. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. Indulged? She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. Late? What do you mean late? You left. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monika. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall, but wasn't looking at... What? It changed. Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my burnt eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are They simply poems on flat sheets of paper. The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
It's me.
It's been influencing my poems lately.
An epiphany.
Again, it's me. It's probably me, I guarantee it. Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I keep bracing myself for something weird.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Natsuki. ... Question mark. Dappy, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go.
What? Arsh?
Yeah. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Oh, double exclamation point. Painful to think about, eh? You little prick. ...
Fine. Oh, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because, bull. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
I get it.
I don't get it.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I guess I gotta show it to her. I'm a bit nervous. ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional.
Hey, what was that? ...
Question mark. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Exclamation point. He's going to hit me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Hey, I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... Well, obviously. What do you think I am, idiot? I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Thank you. Leave my sandwiches alone. Get out. My sandwiches. My sandwiches. Go away. We'll just ignore that. Anyway, I have grilled cheese here. Oh,
Nom nom nom. Nom.
that's good. Oh, oh. This is basically what I'm going to be doing the rest of the episode. I'm going to be munching on some grilled cheese. Okay. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Hold on, got to take another bite of me. Grilled cheese.
Nom.
Well, Yuri, you shouldn't talk with food in your mouth. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. Under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. That's different. The last remaining streetlights who have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. ...
Nom.
Yuri, stop talking with food in your mouth. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Jeez, now I'm getting grilled cheese stuff everywhere. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. I don't want to see something that's not mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dapper. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't like glance over it after all. Ouch. Emotional blackmail. Remember that poets often express their thoughts and their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Okay. Let's look back on this. Poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. What has Yuri experienced? I don't know. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort.
Unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
It's a lot more subtle than putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Oh, excuse me, I have grilled cheese in my face. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive, too, so... If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dapper. It's not cute anymore. Because I felt very unnerved when I saw Yuri's expression reading the portrait of Markov. Me too. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika starts writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, here we go. Let's see how this is different from the Act 1. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something?
Yes, I'm good at reading that voice again.
It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Ugh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Dapper did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Ugh.
And Dapper liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. That's a new word.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Hey? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dapper appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Meh.
Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dapper started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me! Look who's talking, you want to be edgy. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The cute thing about you is how hard you try. Well, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Just excuse me. Oh my... Yeah, go... Why is Yuri fading away? Let Dapper hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Dapper? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. ... Whoa, I didn't... What? Oh, Joe, what the guy? Yuri? Please, I'm not, can I? No. Hey Dapper, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. I was stress eating. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. I'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? Yeah, some president. I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the class. Oh. What? Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. That's it? It looks like they're done? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Dapper, please don't hate me. Please, I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know that you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monika. You can go first, Monika. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. ... Oh, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Dapper. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? No, I'm sorry for causing trouble, but
Out of this house! Out of this house!
Boo. Oh, that looks like...
Did I win?
What? Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the— I have not! Entering the club room, the usual scene we... Welcome back, Dapper, said the glitchy... Ah, hi, Yuri. There's something wrong with you. But the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over my shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. I'm eating more stress sandwich.
Nom nom nom. Nom.
Well, whatever it was,
Nom.
it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there was no way you could be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Tapper, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monika? Ah!
No!
I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either? ... Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. ... What? What are you...
Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? What? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? ... But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Oh! No, not at all. I don't hate you. Ahaha! Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. ... Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Why are we on the corner of the room now? Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late.
Ah, so feeling.
I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Ah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not! I'm wounded, did. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. How, you would have heard the bell ring at least. I think I ate that too fast. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, That must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still impressed. Ah, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monika looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Dapper. Monika smiles sweetly, and the other two just disappear out of nowhere.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see.
I'm not sure if Monika was referring to the whole club or just me.
In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really.
I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet.
What?
Dapper, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway.
Oh, her face! Oh, I've never seen it! Oh, it's adorable! Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Well, I'm flattered. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Da!
But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time.
Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second?
Yes!
Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher?
Thanks, I'll be right back. Okay. I might as well walk with you, with the sandwich in my hand, of course.
Nom.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again?
Yeah. Girls usually do that to me. I mean, no. But guys, for real though, if it's it's probably not. It's probably a big surprise. Like, you guys are probably gonna be super surprised to hear this. I've never had a girlfriend. No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. ...
10 minutes pass.
Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her.
Let's see.
The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Oh.
Ah!
What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. Sounds like... What? A sharp inhale, like someone's sucking the air through the... Oh.
Yuri?
Oh. Thanks for waiting patiently. Dapper, do you like oolong?
I don't trust you! Yeah, anything is very well.
I knew she cuts herself. Yuri sense the temperature. I can't even...
More stressful! Oh!
Yuri says the temperature of the cold is 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
Ooh. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
No, perhaps I will.
Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself.
You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? Is that because you're cutting yourself? Yeah. I was letting it show, and you noticed I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more.
turns out this is hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Dapper. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Dapper, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Hey, what's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
No, sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain very regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's mostly because my
Your posture, right? No, it's your friggin' boobs, damn it. Always hunched over like that while reading.
Yeah! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book.
I retrieve the book from my bag.
No, I have some chocolates as well.
It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other than before. I can't see too well.
Dash! Exclamation point. Yuri
So how am I supposed to focus on reading like this?
Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, and holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus.
Because now I need to worry about making sure that I don't accidentally touch her chest. ... Exclamation point.
Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing.
Now, Subway friend, if a girl's gonna sit next to you that closely, if you do accident, it means she likes you, obviously, and, so, if she really does like you, then she's not really gonna mind if you do it on accident.
Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. ...
No.
After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little.
No.
I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper.
Ah, sorry.
I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper.
You can have as much as you want.
That's okay, I won't take any.
Eh? Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it then I might get smudges on the pages.
No, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
I need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course. Oh, Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg.
Well, in that case.
Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri.
I don't like where this is going.
She doesn't even look away from the book.
Stop!
She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural.
Stop!
But that means I can't stop here.
No, 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 no!
I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth.
Stop!
And what kind of a chocolate is that? It looks like a flake or something. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Dapper?
Sorry, I can leave now. I would actually like to do that. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Dapper? Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Dapper? My heart won't stop pounding, Dapper. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Dapper? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at... No! No! No!
No!
Thank you, Monika. Thank you. You saved my butt. It's time to share a poem. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, Monika. Yeah. Dapper, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with your... Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself. Isn't that kind of... I think she just gets some kind of high from it. Might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, then that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time. Will you chill? To put it lightly, I at least have it together in my head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors they want. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop! Violent, grating waveforms. Seeking, squealing, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent! Like playing chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a... Tilt. Stop! Stop! Oh, sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing it. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. That's my advice. Thanks for that. Oh my. Jeez. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. ... Question mark. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written, but... that came out a little awkward. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel, rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear, gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harshness, parabolic, gear boy, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cog wheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox of sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times. Every time it ticks every second, a bolt head of holy stakes tied in the existence of a dock ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time devourer prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears, and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive today, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is a pen for so I took it home first. I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. No, you're not. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation? You can keep the poem, though. Okay. Well, okay, made it. That's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone.
No.
I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever.
No.
Stress food's not helping. But, you know, Monika and I are just as good as her. At poems, I mean. So you should really try to learn something or you'll never get it better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it. Yeah. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's is way too short. Yeah. I just skipped over that one because it's the same exact one from the last time. From the first act. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid of if people find out they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people
Stupid!
Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort I can't even have people to respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now. Yeah, sure. Can you...
Whoa, baby, stop. It's not you. It's me, Mario.
I can't hear anything. Ah! There's blood on this. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to get over. Good. It's about the... Well, sort of. Do we have to... We just end up embarrassing ourselves as soon. Oh, okay. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Dapper joined and we started with some cool activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Wait, what? Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them, to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? Literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to... No. Right, Dapper? Oh, come on, you can't take advantage of Dapper to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Dapper joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Dapper isn't even passionate about literature. Oi! And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us here are fine. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. ... Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Dapper want to get more members too, right? ...
Nope. ... No!
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation... No? Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Dapper, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a chance not to join. Monika sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? ... Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me.
And now Monika wants to take it away from me. She's not talking anything away. No, Dapper, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. ... This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about the obnoxious brat?
Yeah, that seems about right.
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with... I don't... But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she...
Alright, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
But that's about you. What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same questions, Monika. I just said giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many new members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of our club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. Doug! She's crying blood. So if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monika. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too.
Da!
Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Dapper? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Dapper before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as vice president. ... Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Dapper, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I'd really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? Things are going fuzzy again. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know... Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Stop it! But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly got this many time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. There are just some things I've been able to talk with you. Things. So that's why. Wait, not yet. No, stop it. I'm done. I can't anymore. Okay. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye. This has been a horror freak show of a thing. Sure. Can you...
Whoa, baby, stop. It's not you. It's me, Mario.
I can't hear anything. Ah!